Hello guys, welcome to another video tutorial by Nocode Africa, and in this tutorial we're going to just continue from where we stopped in the previous class. And in the previous class we're working on this beautiful food delivery application, and we will continue working on a couple of designs and pages just so that you can get familiar with how to use FlutterFlow to create your user interfaces for your applications. Okay, so many of the things that we have done, they're similar in design kind of, but we will try to see how we can just create a couple of other things, right? So something like this, I know that you know how to do it already, yeah, because we have done a lot of things that just looks like this, but we will just try to go around creating some more designs just so that you can have an idea of how to do these things yourself. Okay, and then I will just try to see a couple of pages that we could create. These are like very simple pages, but we can just create it. Yeah, so I think I will start with this. Then I will also go ahead and then run on a couple of other designs too. So let's see. I'm trying to see how we can work on the simple ones first before we get to the very difficult ones. So I think I like this page that has to do with payment, so I think we can work on these pages. So these pages has to do with cart, right? So I think we can start with this. Yes. Let's just see how we can design all of this in this particular tutorial. We do this, then we do this, and we do this, and then we end the tutorial for this particular class. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we will just go ahead and then just copy this, just copy the name of the screen. That's like our regular practice, and we don't really have anything like a screen we need to duplicate to reuse, so we will have to create this from scratch. So I'll click here to create a new page, click to create blank, and then paste the name I copied, and then we have this. Click on the up bar, delete it, and then we will go ahead and start designing. So this is how this one is, and the screen here is 375, so we have our screen here already 375, so that's a good thing. Here we have the background color is this. I just copy it, and then what we need to do now is go to the widget tree. This is a widget tree, this is a scaffold, and then there's a column here. So what I want you to do is wrap this column with a widget. The widget is a container. The container has an infinite width and it has a height of 812. Okay, so it's basically the height of the screen. And then we will paste the background color here, and then we're good. So come back to the column, go here, and then we start working on this particular part. So here is a row, and then we have these image. All right, so we could use this as an image. So let's just go ahead and export the design. So click here to export it, and then the size is 45 by 45, and so we're going to put all of this inside a row. So let's do it. Okay, so we will this is a column. We click to add a row to this column, and then in that row we're going to add a text. Okay, great. And that text is no, not a text. First we are going to add an image. That image is 45 pixel by 45. So we put it here, 45. We come here and say 45. Good stuff. We come over here, change from network to asset so that we can upload the image from our system. We will go to downloads where your stuffs are, and then we will just bring this up. Great. Now we bring that up, and it shows here, and we need to put a text. Well, let's just look at the space between them. So it's 24, so I will just give these padding on the left, 24. All right, and then I will click on the row itself and add a text to that row. So that's like adding a widget, a child to that widget, so that the child is the text. So I will just copy this. The font size, font property is 400 by 17. I will just go ahead and paste this here, go back and copy the color, and then come here and change this to 17 and paste the text color here, and we're good. Now the next thing I need to do is I'll just go ahead and duplicate this text, Ctrl D. and I'll use it for these particular ones. So I'll just copy this, and it's 400 by 14, so we're good. So click on this now, and then paste it, edit items, 400 by 14. Okay, go back and copy the color of the text and come back here to the text color and paste it, and then now let's separate them. All right, so how do we go about this? We can just go ahead and then let's use the normal spacing. So we will click on this and look at the spacing here is 18. So we click here and then come here to the left padding and say 18. Then for this particular one, we would just say click on edit items and check the spacing, 145. So the padding on the left is 145, and we have this. Beautiful. So select the row itself and look for the, not the row, just select one of the biggest and tallest elements here, and then look at this, the padding, the top padding. So it's 50, so we can just come here to the row and give it a padding of 50 from the top, and then now we have this design. Good stuff. What we really need to do quickly is we are going to go ahead and do some setup. So this is the one we're going to do now, and basically this is going to be achieved by setting up a role. So we will just click on the column and then click add a child to this widget, click on role. The first thing we're going to do here is going to add a column. So we're going to add a column. It's going to contain the image. In this case, it's going to be a container. The container is going to be 136 by 117. So we will say, let me just copy the color of the container. So it's not giving me what I want. Okay, so I need these grayish color. It's not giving me what I want. Okay, so I will just go somewhere else and see if I can get it. It's saying FFF. Why can't I get the exact color? Okay, now this is a bit tricky. It's not showing me all the colors that are available on this screen. So there is okay, this is the color. It's not giving me what I want. I'm supposed to get the gray color here, and I can't get it, and I don't know why. Okay, so it can't be FFF. That's white, and that's for the button. That's for the small icon that we have inside. So this is gray. Okay, so I will pick a random number, random color to depict that. So let's go ahead and let's say 136 by 117, 136. So we'll say 136 by 117. Okay, and then I will come here to the fill color and pick I think I'll pick something around this color. Okay, so this will likely work. Yeah, but we will just work with this. Okay, so and then let's go ahead and get border radius 25. Come here and say 25, and we have border radius there. And then we can go to inspect and see the distance apart is 24, so we can say 24 here. And then what else? Let's go ahead and click on the row itself and add another column. So we see here we're going to add another column, so click here, add another column quickly, and then I will just copy this. This is going to be 400 by 18. All right, so I will add a row so that I can add a text inside that row, and then I will just paste it here. So Ctrl V and 400 by 18. Okay, then we will need to do something. So let's say 400 by 18. Let's just copy the color hex here, so we paste this. Good. And then another thing I could just simply do is that, and now FlutterFlow crashes because it doesn't have a definite space in there, so we will have to put it inside a container instead. So here is 126 by 44. I'm trying to reload my FlutterFlow because it crashed. I was trying to make the text to flow downwards instead of like on a particular axis, and FlutterFlow said no. All right, so we will have to put it inside a container instead. All right, so I will show you how to do that quickly. Okay, so let's go back to our widget tree and locate the page we're working on, and it was edit cart, and this is it. So we will just go ahead and then wrap this in a container, wrap widget in a container. All right, and then we will say 126 by 44. Okay, so the container's dimension is 126 by 44. Clear the color of the container, and then we have this. Good. So what we need to do next is we need to go ahead and then give some spacing. It's 20 on the left. So let's look for the column and give it some padding on the left, say 20. Good stuff. And then this column, now we're going to add a row, and in that row we're going to add a text. So it's gonna be for the money here. So click here and put a text and paste it with this. Quickly copy the font color and then paste it here. And something I didn't take notice of, it's 700 by 20. Okay, and that's the font property. So you come here and change it to 700 and change this to 20. Good. And then click on the column and click this to make the alignment to start from the end here. And then we have to just create this. Then we now duplicate this, put it in the list view first, then duplicate it. So how do we go about doing this? So this is going to be a row. So it's going to be a row inside the column. So we would just click on this and duplicate this. So that's it. Then here we just copy this. It's 400 by 18. Click on this and paste it. Let me go copy the color. So it's going to be 400 by 18. So I just click on this and put 18 here. The color that I copied, I paste it here, and then that's done. We now need to go ahead and then do these buttons here, right? So this is more like a circle, a container. Then inside the container is an icon. We can do it two ways. All right, so we can just go ahead and like copy these as an image, which I would prefer to do it that way. It will make things really fast for us. So export that is 22 by 22. Click on this and export it as well. Okay, but in the consequences of these is the fact that it can end up making your application bigger, like heavy, right? So the best is you should actually create this using the widgets inside your, like maybe the container widget, then you put the icon and all of that, because these accumulatively will make your app big. Like the exported APK file of your application will be big. So but let's just do this and make it faster. All right, so we have these as text, and then we have these here. So click on the row, click on this and add an image. The image is 22 by 22, 22 here by 22 here. And the okay, so we will just go ahead and change from network to assets and click on this to upload it. Let's find it here. So I think this okay, so what is, okay, I'm not getting the real thing here. So one is positive, one is, what is this? I can't really see what is there properly. Yeah, so okay, so let me come here again and okay, I think it should be the ellipsis, right? Yeah, so that's it. So let's duplicate this image by saying Control D. All right, and then here okay, so I think what I need to do now is come back here for this and then replace this with the previous, like the correct image. That should be this ellipse. So put that, and then I will come to select, that didn't work out very well. Okay, So let's come back here. Yeah, it didn't work out very well. So click this and click this. Okay, so we will click on this, hold down on this, and Control G to group them. All right, so I just had to group these two things now, and then I will export it quickly again. All right, so I will click on this now and bring it in. Okay, so this is it. It's now in, and okay, that's good. I will click on the row, or maybe just copy this text just to make things faster. Then click on the row itself and paste it, and then here you go, just copy this too. It's 700 by 16, so I will just paste it here. 700 by 16, 700 by 16. Good. So we have it like this, and let's go ahead and just copy this particular one. Control C, then click on the row and paste it. All right, so and then now we can just go ahead and then bring the real one. It should be group. Yes, good. Now we're going to have to do the spacing, so let's click on each of them and see spacings. 54, this is 19, so let's click on this and say 54, and then 2 here is going to have 19. I think here 19, here should also be 19, and that's it. So we're good. Let's look at some other things that we need to space. So here and here is 10, here and here is 17, so this is going to be 17, and then this we will click on the row, is going to be 10. All right, so I think we're good now. And then the whole of this, that's the whole of the row that contains all of this. Click on this and look at this. It says 24, so we will give it a padding here, 24. Okay, now no, let's not do that. Let's put that padding on the list view. So let's wrap all of this, wrap this with a list view. Beautiful, because basically all of this thing is supposed to come out from the back end, right? So this is more like a list, all right? So it has to be inside a list view. That's why I'm putting it inside a list view. So I'm just selecting all of this now, the row. I will just go ahead and duplicate it, and let me select the row again and give it some spacing. I think the spacing between themselves is 32. Okay, so I will say 32. Then I will select the list view itself and give it the padding on the top, 24, which is what we would have gotten here. All right, so that's it. Okay, so now we are good with this. We have our design like this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good. Now we have this. What we just need to quickly do is this particular pop-up. It's a bottom sheet, so we will just go ahead and then come to pages, go to components, and then click on this to create a blank bottom sheet. We will call it edit cart, let's say bottom sheet. You can always call it anything you want as far as you can remember it. So I will let's look at it. So the dimension of this is going to be 375 by 310. So let's go here and change it first here, 375 by 310, 310. Okay, then you click on save, and then you have it like this. So this is dimension of your bottom sheet. Okay, so let's click here, and this is our scaffold for the bottom sheet, and now we want to start putting all of this inside. So I would have loved to go copy things, but no, let's just do it like this. So you see what is going on here. So we have that the whole of this container has a border radius, right? So border radius of 24 pixels. So this is not the container, so we have to click on here and put in a container. The container is going to be 375 by 310. That's it. So we will give it a border radius of 24. Was it 24 or 25? 24 is correct. Now it looks like that and it's correct. So we will go ahead and put a column inside this container. That's it. That's a beautiful column. Inside this column, we're going to put a row, and we have the row now. Inside this row, we're going to put a text. So the text here is for these, and we'll just copy it. It's 400 by 14, so we are good with how it is. I'll just paste what is here, and then I will copy the color code. I like this color code. I think it's the same thing that's supposed to be here. Okay, so I will scroll down here and just paste this here. So good, we have this, and quickly we're going to duplicate it, this same text, Control D. We will use it for this. So this is going to be 400 by 14 as well. I'll paste it here. Great, and then I will come here and copy the color code and paste it here, and we're good. I'll now click on the entire row, and then I'll use this particular spacing, so it will spread them around like that. What I need to do now is go ahead and then just check the spaces in between on the side. So 24 here, and I think 24 here as well. So how do I do that? I will click on the this particular text and give it a padding of 24 from here, and then I'll click on this one, give it a padding on the right, 24 from here. Then what I will quickly do is check the padding on the top is 24 as well. So I'll click on the main row and then add 24. All right, okay, so we have these correctly done, and here is the container for the text field. We will just click on this and say 327 by 62, copy it. So I will click on this and right click to add a container. The container, it says 327 by 62. I'm going to paste the field color, and I'm going to check the border radius, it's 10. all right, so okay, just follow me. Meanwhile, please just click to subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying the tutorial and you're learning a lot, and also please click to turn on your notification icon, bell actually, so that whenever I drop a video you can be notified quickly. All right, so in the container I'm going to add a row, and in the row, yeah, I think it's better I do it like this, and in the row I will add a text field. Okay, so text field, so this is the text field, and I'll just copy these hint text. The hint text is here, so I'll just scroll down and I will see the space for hint text, then I'll paste it. Good. Then this hint text has a different color, so I'll just copy it here and then scroll down. I'll see where to paste the color of the hint text. That's it. And I'm not done. I think this is going to be 16, right? So let's see, was it 16? Yes, it was 400 by 16. And I will scroll down again and give it some content padding here, so I'll say 16. Now basically that's just to push it inside, because if you look at it, okay, it's actually 12, so we can use 12 here. So 12 is good. All right, so now we have this. What else do we want to do? We're actually done with this part, so we will just click on the container itself and give it the appropriate spacing from the top. So here's 10, so we will say 10 from the top. Beautiful. And then what we need to do quickly again is we need to put a row here. So what I will do is copy this row from this part, just click on Ctrl C, click on the column and paste it, and then that's just to make me work faster. So I will just copy this. This is going to be 400 by 14, correct stuff. This one is also 400 by 14. I will paste it, and I will just go ahead and duplicate this. All right, so I'm going to use it for the second text, which is this. It's 400 by 30 pixels, so I will just go ahead and paste this here. Okay, and then 400 by 30 pixels. Then I will come over here and copy the color of the text and come over here and paste it. All right, I know I'm a bit fast, but I know you're following as well. Okay, so then for this part, I will just go ahead and copy it for breakdown and then paste it here. And things are moving quite good. The next thing I'm going to do is this icon here is going to be added to this row. So I click on the row, click on add a child to widget, and I will search for icon, and I will put it in, and then I will click on settings align to change the kind of icon. I'll say right. So when I search for right, I'll see this icon here. See the color is pure black, and let's see the dimension. I'm trying to see the dimension of the, okay, I might have to zoom in a bit to click on that exact, it's 10 by 5, so I think we can just leave it with 10. 10 will be quite small, so I think, yeah, so we'll leave it like that. And here we will click on this, and we want to use this particular kind of spacing. We will say this one. Okay, so then from there we will go ahead and let me zoom this down and see the spacing in between. So 12 here and 131 here. So click on this and say 12, and click on breakdown and say 131. So that's the spacing in here. Then click on it doesn't have, let's take off the one on the left, and I think that's pretty okay, really. Yes, so this is fine. And then let's click on, let's put a button. The button is 327 by 62. Let me copy the color at once. 327 by 62. So I'll click on the column here, click on this, add a button, and it's going to be, where's the dimension? It's going to be 327 by 62. Okay, and then the color is pasted here. The border radius is 12, and the text here says place order. So I'll come back here and say border radius is 12, not 8, and then the content is placeholder, not button. Then I will click on the button itself and see the spacing apart. So here is 32, so I'll click on this and say 32. Okay, so we're good. We have these now. Let's go ahead and then see what next to do. I think that's all for now, and let's go ahead and come back to edit cart. And okay, there's a small problem here. The dimension here is 844, so let's go to the widget tree and change the dimension of this container to 844. So not 812, but 844, because the screen here says 3. Oh, no, let's click here to change it to 375. We're correct. Sorry guys, I didn't see that the screen had changed. Okay, so like this. So I think the idea is when the user clicks on edit item, it's going to bring up the, let's click here to add an action, click to add an action, and it's a bottom sheet. So we want to show a bottom sheet. What bottom sheet? So we click to select the component, and it's going to be edit card bottom sheet. So like this is good. And we're going to have a problem like we had before. So what we're going to do is we'll come here, come to edit card bottom sheet, and let's go to the widget tree, and this container now, wrap this container around a column, and that's it. So it's centralized. So yeah, we're good. Then let's come back to the widget, the pages here, then go to edit cart, and then click on this button, and let's give it a height. Height here is going to just be maybe 600. Okay, so let's see, it's not gonna be 600, let's say 375. Yes, it's gonna just be the height of the whole thing, so maybe 375. Okay, so let's go ahead and just preview this screen and see how it looks like. Meanwhile, while that is loading, let's go ahead, and this is the same as these, just a few things changing, I think. Okay, here is done, and then we have some closing here. All you just need to do is add, add another text here. We will just do it quickly, but I would like to shift on to this because I didn't want the tutorial to be so long, so we will create this quickly. All right, so and then I think we'll stop on this screen. Okay, let's quickly do it because I'm also looking at the clock. All right, so and so this is our application. it's okay. Yeah, this is okay. I think it always has some spaces here for the other navigation. So if you click on the here, and then you have this, so it's good, it's okay. So you can click out, this is fine. All right, so let's go ahead and come to the payment path, right? So let's set up the payment path. Yeah, just quickly set up the payment path. All right, payment. Let's we have these kind of design here, so we can just go ahead and we're going to copy some things just to be really fast, right? So let's go over here to edit cart, and we will click to duplicate this page, and then what we're going to do here is click here to copy the name of the screen, the page, click here to paste it, and then what we need to do is go ahead and take off some things we don't need. So like the whole of the list view, we don't need it here, and so we just need this payment, and it's going to be black, not white. Okay, so we'll just paste it, and then here is going to be black actually. So let's come over here and paste it. You won't see it again, and then this one should be gone. All right, so we have let's go to the widget tree, and the container here is what is giving us this color. So we want it to be white, so we will go ahead and then give it a color. Click on here and give it this secondary color, so something like this. Not that one, let's try this one. It's not working out the way I want it to work, so let's just click on this and download this, export this particular icon. All right, so and let's see, let me bring in this icon first, and it will convince me whether we're on track or not. Okay, so I think yes, with this we're on track. So we bring this up, and I think we're on track now. Yes, we are, but we need to actually change that. These two, this should be the correct thing. Yes, this is correct now. All right, so this works for us now. This is a carousel, it's a horizontal carousel, so I would like us to go to one of our designs and just copy a carousel that we had created. So I'll come here and look for, I think it was in the home. Yeah, it was in the home, so I'll just click here to copy. I'll go to widget tree, and I will try to locate these so this is it. I will click on this. Okay, so I'm just basically reusing the component, so I'm copying the container, go to the pages, go to payment method, click in the column and paste it. Now it works here. So what we need to do is remove the whole of this stack, remove this, click on this one and remove the stack, click on this and remove the stack, click on this and remove the stack. So now we have this row inside our list view, so we just need to go ahead and then put these things inside. So I'll click on this to download it. So this is 85 by 72, this is also 85 by 72, this is slightly different, this is 85 by 72 as well. Okay, but now there's a container here, so we're going to click on this, right? So and group it, Control G. I had to hold down Shift and select it, so I just wanted to be able to copy the two things here. So let's go ahead and say let's export this, or all of them at once, so we can just move really fast. Okay, so export this and select this and export it as well, and select this. All right, and then export it as well, and select this, export it as well, and now we're good. Okay, so I think we can just export this quickly as well. So let's export this. Okay, so we can work really fast. Yeah, okay, good. All right, now that we have this is 85 by 72. Let's come back here on this row. Now let's go to the widget tree, and then let's add an image. It's going to be 85 by what, 72. So we have 72. Okay, great. And then we come here from network to assets. And then we click here to upload it. The first one here is, okay, this is the first one and it's correct, but I think the second one didn't get the right thing. So let's click here and upload it. This one and this one is separate thing. So I'll click on this, hold down shift and select this and just Control G to group them. And then this one here, right, I will have to copy these out because when I checked it, it only showed only the cut version of this. I will show you what I mean. So I've cut it out and then I paste it. I'll just drag it out of here and put it here. Now I will just go ahead and double tap inside, click this to delete, and then this whole thing is selected. So I'll just go ahead and then export it, export PayPal. Good. So I think we're good like that. So here is our design, and this is a row, but we're going to have to wrap it in a column because we have something below it. So we will wrap widget in a column, and then we will put this text under it. So let's click on this column now and add a text. Okay, so we are adding the text. I add what I had copied, and let's check the spacing in between. I think it's like a 4, so I'll click on this, add a 4 as padding above. Okay, that's good. Then what's the font size? 400 by 14. I think it's okay. So here for the column, all right, I will just go ahead and duplicate this column. Okay, Control D to duplicate, and then I'll click on this, and then I will bring the second thing up, and so it's going to be, did I export it? I did not export it. So I thought I did. This is Visa. Oh, I grouped it, but I didn't export it. So click on this to export it and then bring it in. Okay, so bring it in. So it's in now, and it's Visa. I can easily type it, I think. So I can just type it here, Visa. And then click on the column itself, find the spacing between them, and come to inspect first and see it's 16 apart. So our left padding here will be 16, and then I will just click on this, Control D. All right, so this image now for this one is going to be different. So this one is going to be 86 by 79. So I will say 86 by 79. Great. And then I will just come over here and then upload the picture that I had exported. So you see, this is the one, and I will come over here and just copy MasterCard, and I will paste the MasterCard here. I hope that you're learning. Okay, and then I will click this and duplicate this, Control D to duplicate, and then I will put, let me just copy PayPal at once, then I will put this particular information. This is going to be 85 by 72. Okay, yeah, then I will upload it. Okay, and where is it? PayPal. This is PayPal, and that's it. Then I will click to upload to change the name. So this is the name, this. Okay, so we have these working out for us. We will just click on this and see the spacing is 24. So I will click on this column and give it 24 as padding on the left. And that is it. We have a carousel here and it's good. So let's see, here is 31. Let's click on the find the list view, not the list view container, and give it a padding on the top, 31, right? So it was 31. Good. Now that we have this, we have a little problem. The container is way too big, the size, the height of the container. So we just need it to be something around, this is 85 by 93. So let's say 80, let's say the height is basically what we need. So 90, let's use 100. So this is going to be 100. So that's okay for our height, and that's it. That's good. And the next thing we need to quickly do is this particular part. And I think when we're done with these, we could just actually just close the class. I wouldn't like it to be too long. So I think after this screen, we will stop here. This is similar to this, so good. Let's go ahead and set this one up. Here is just a container 327 by 257. Let's click on this and say, what are we saying? Let's say container, okay, 327 by what? By 257. So we say 327 by 257. Alright, so and the color here is somewhat like this. This should be the color, right? Or I think this one. Copy it and then let's paste it and see if it is correct. Okay, slightly I think it is correct. Yes, it is correct. And does it have a border radius? It says mixed, so I will click again to see. I think the border radius is 10. And then this guy, this particular design here, oh, these things are separated. Oh my goodness, we have to group them. Yeah, we have to group them. So let's go ahead and just the dimension is 168 by 106. So let's give this one 10 first. Then inside here, let's add a column. Inside the container, we add a column. And then the first thing we're going to do is add that image. It's 168 by 106. 168 and 106. Okay, so let's put one here. Okay, great. Then I think what we need to do here quickly is this: hold down shift, I'm selecting all of them and I'm holding down shift to select all of them. I think I need to select Control Z. All right, so let me try to see if I can move things around. All right, yeah, I just wanted to confirm that everything was selected. That's why I had to move them around. So I would just say Control G to group it. Okay, and then what I need to do now is just go ahead and export this new creation of mine. Great. And then let's copy these at once. Let's bring it. I've copied something. I try to do a lot at once just so that it can be fast. So I'll click on this and bring in the new design. So it's up. And while we're waiting for that, I will click on the row itself, sorry, the column, and add a row. In the row, I will add a text. Okay, and the text is what I had copied earlier. So even in design, it's going to be like chess moves. So you anticipate what you're going to do next and just get the information you need. So it's I think it's 700 by 16. So we will just come down here, change it from 400 to 700 and change this to 16 and click here to center align it. Good. And we can just check the spacing now. So it's like 13. I think it's supposed to be like 26 because there's extra spacing on this. So let's say 26. Good stuff. All right, so then here, just go ahead and duplicate this row, Control D, so we can have for this particular scenario, it's 400 by 15. I will just go ahead and paste it here. And 400 by 15. I will click on this. I hope it works. Yes, it does work. Okay. All right, so then I copy this. What I did was just click on this expansion, right? I'm copying this code now and the color code. So I will click on this and paste it. Okay, so we are good. Is it really the color code? This looks grayish. Okay, so 400 by 15. So this is going to be 400 by 15. Okay, yes, so this was what made it not look correct. So let's see the padding in between. So I think it has 31, 31. Yeah, 31, 30. Okay, so let's give it some padding on the side. So 30 here and maybe 31 here. And then let's center align it. Great. All right, so we have this kind of thing now, and then the spacing is actually 6. So we click on the row and change this to 6. Okay, good. we're almost done. We need to just go ahead and add this button, and then we will go and copy these things and just bring them here. So we don't need to, let's just go and copy the button. So let's go to edit cart. No, I think it was here in the edit card bottom sheet. Yes, so we will copy this. All right, so I'm copying it at once. We'll go to the widget tree, and then okay, go to the pages first, then go to payment, and I'll click in the column and paste this. All right, okay, that's not what I should have pasted first, but no problems. Let's go ahead and then delete these particular parts, delete these and delete these. Good. And let's see the dimension here, 400 by 30, everything good. And then let's go back to the component, come here to edit card bottom sheet, click on this button and copy it. Go back to pages, go to payment method, and click on the column and paste it. Good stuff. And then let's click on this and rearrange it. Go to the widget tree and scroll down till you see the positioning, and then just take this one down like this. Okay, so yes, then click on this, Ctrl C, click on this, Ctrl V. I think this works. All right, so here we will just copy this. It says pay and confirm, so we will click here and scroll down. You see here, you just paste this. It says pay and confirm now. Then for this one, we will just go ahead and then click on this. We will see the colors. So here, let's copy this color. This is the border color. And so the fill color is going to be this one, white. And then the border color is going to be this one, pasted. And this is going to be the text inside, so we will say paste this here, but now we need to get the color, so we copy these, Ctrl C, and then we will go to the text. That's where is the text part? Yeah, this is it, and we paste this here, and then now we see it, but that text is quite big, so we will say 700 by 14. Yes, so we will come here and say it's 700 and it's 14. Good stuff. Now there's a plus icon here, so you scroll down and you see icon, so you click on this to add an icon for add, so you see this and you add it. So like this it works, and we're good. So now let's take a look at what we've done. So it shows the border but not so well, so let's increase the border width. So we change this to 3. I hope it's not too big. Okay, yes, so now this is perfect now. So this is it. We have the good design for this, and I think we're good. Let's look at the distance between these and this. So 80. All right, so let's go ahead and say click on this and say 80. All right, so okay, so now everything looks perfect, and we are good. So let me just show you the two things that we have designed, and I hope that you've been able to learn a couple of things from these. We worked on this particular screen, the payments method, all right, and then we worked on this. Of course, this is just similar to this, just the difference here is here and here, and this is also similar to these. That's it. So I hope that you've been able to learn a couple of things from this tutorial, and I hope you're all going to enjoy checking us out. Okay, so there are some abnormalities a little bit here, and that's because of the height that we give to this. We can adjust that by doing a couple of things. So this screen is showing 375 by 812, and this is also showing the same thing, but it's not showing properly. I don't know. I think we have altered some designs. Let's just click on this particular one and maybe just leave it at 24 for now. Okay, so I think that's okay. Then these container, we can just push it a bit from here and say 8. All right, this is fine now. So we are good, and we have created something really beautiful. I hope that you've learned how to implement some of these pages, and we'll get to see in the next tutorial. All All right, see you in the next one. Please remember to subscribe to this channel and like the videos and turn on your notification bell. Thank you very much.